get this party started. So our team created a learn to code game called Cypherpunk. Before we get into it, we'll go through quick introductions. So my name is Brant. I'm an Army veteran, served for a little over 7 years, and now I'm an elite coder.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joshua Bullard. I'm a 23-year-old from Nevada and a Marine Corps veteran now aspiring to be a software engineer.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, currently transitioning out of the Army after 7 years of service here in America's Tank Division. I'm hoping to be a game developer in the future.
All right, so this is our login screen for the game. And just a quick background on the game. It's set in a dystopian, futuristic cypherpunk setting. And I won't spoil anymore. We'll go ahead and sign in and get started.
When you first log into the game, you're going to be taken to the profile page. And on the profile page, we have a standard background, which is a pixelated cyberpunk theme background. On the top left of your profile page here, you'll see your avatar or profile icon. Below that, it'll display your name, and then it'll display the level you're on, which will auto update based on how far you are throughout the game. And then if you go down to the bottom here and click on the edit icon, scroll down, you also have the abilities to change and update your email. You can change and update your password, and then change and update your profile picture as well. These all have built-in error handling, so that if, say, you type in the wrong previous password or you type in the wrong confirmed passwords, then it'll give you a proper error and you'll be able to redo it again. Here, I'm just going to update the profile page, or sorry, the profile picture, the avatar on the profile page. And there you go. That is the profile page.
Now we can play the game.
All right, so I'm going to go in, kind of give a little background of how the actual game works, and then we're going to go through one of our 42 levels. So starting off on the left, we're trying to really get you into that mindset of the cypherpunk, getting through this world through coding. We put a lot of effort into the script and picking the right pictures to kind of really get you in that mindset. Then on the right, we have a replit where you can actually type in code and it'll return it in the terminal. And then up here, we kind of have our nav bar, our logo, menu bar to move around, and then a data pad. If you have questions on the certain problems, you can open it up and it'll give a really in-depth understanding of how to do it, even more than you actually need to solve the problem. And then our profile picture will stay with us. So I'm going to refresh this and we're going to actually go through a little bit so you can really get you into it.
The year is 2148. The technology meant to send mankind into its golden age instead created the world you see now. And in this world, code is all that matters. Those who know how to code control the security forces, the money, the food production plants, the entire world. A faction known as shadow coders controls everything. You're not sure how many times you've tried to stop them. The shadow coders have caught you in every attempt you've made in the past, and each time giving you a fate worse than death. Technical memory wipe, but you must try again. In order to survive in this world, you have to relearn the most fundamental coding skills, starting with strings. Strings are how text, words, and sentences are represented and controlled in code. Return allows you to project your code into the physical world. Write your code in the terminal, and when you are done, run your program.
All right, so now we're moving into our first problem. So now some stuff kind of pops up on your replit, kind of explaining what you need to do. And the more you level into the game, the less kind of details you get. So kind of first level, really good example of exactly what to do and tells you exactly where to edit it. So for this, we're just trying to write hello world. So I'll show you what happens if we kind of write it wrong. It still won't let me move on to the next level, but you can see it actually did return it into the terminal. So now I'll do it right. Congratulations, you've written your first program, and now you get to move on. The next ones, I'll just let y'all actually read them as I can kind of continue to talk about the game. But we put really a lot of focus on trying to make this game really fun to actually play. That way, it doesn't feel like you're learning, you're actually just playing a game, and learning is kind of the side part of it. All right, so kind of moving into problem 2, you can kind of see the setting changed a little bit, and then we got a different problem. So now what we're trying to do is we're trying to change the name into a string and the age into an integer. So I'll kind of show you what happens if I do it wrong. Your age should be an integer. So let me go back. Name should be a string. So it kind of gives you little tips as you're going through it so you can continue moving forward. And then you can see one step closer to becoming a true cypherpunk. So we would continue with the game, but after this, it's 4 annual payments of $99 to get on to the next level. But so I'm going to go back to the profile, and then Branch is going to kind of hit some of the things that we wanted to do in the future with this project.
Yes, we had big dreams when we started that were a little too ambitious for us. Like Mike said, one of the main goals was to make it fun to learn. Some of the aspects of, you know, making a fun game involves a number of different things, right? One is the story, which seemed to be one of the easiest ones for us to tackle. We also wanted to add in some elements of power progression, whether that's through resource management or leveling up your character as you progress further in the game, to make the game a little bit more addictive. And then I think the second thing we discussed was, as far as on the learning side, repetition is really the key to cementing new information with people. And so instead of, you know, once we get through the intro problems, setting the story, we could kind of get to a place where they're knocking out multiple problems and really gaining that power progression.
So that concludes our project, pending any questions.